Hey guys, new new episode here, or sorry, just an update. What the hell is going on? See, something is wrong with simulation mode. I wish they would fix this. It is so buggy. Um, what happens is sometimes I would get in a trade, and some of my limit orders would not, like my bracket orders, would not cancel, even though I'm out of the position. It is really weird and really annoying. So I had to work around that, and it's just annoying to do so. But today, not that good again either. Like in the beginning, I made a mistake in the beginning where, like in the okay, so I'm down about like not like maybe 3/4 of a trade, so like 270, and not I mean obviously not that much, but the problem was that it could have been a green day, but the first trade I misread it, the direction of the trade, the imbalance, and I thought the imbalance was going down. So I thought the trend was down, but the imbalance was in the upward direction, and it was a decent imbalance. So I should have stuck into that. That could have been a full trade. The second trade was so I got a full loss on that one, unfortunately. The second trade was in the same direction of the first, pretty much right after I got out of the first trade, and I got out of that one for pretty much half profit. I took profits a little earlier, so I reduced my loss to like half, 3/4, or something like that with the first. So that was pretty much about it in terms of like trades for today. There's really not that much happening. So in that case, I really made a big fumble, and yeah, I just didn't get the. It was. I really thought that it was gonna break down, so that's why I decided to exit the first trade, or yeah, I don't know what. Something like I just misread the imbalance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna size down, which is actually kind of funny because I'm at 2 shares, so now I'm gonna be at 1 share, so 4 lots, so 4 shares in total. So I'm gonna size down because I'm getting some issues with the system too. And then once, right after this, I'm gonna replay the day again because I'm pretty sure that first imbalance just kind of threw me off for the next two trades because I misread it. You could say obviously, I'm not didn't do it correctly, or I'm not trading correctly. In that case, that could be true as well. But historically, the settings do work pretty well in trend. But we are in a situation where the market is not very volatile at all. So there's not a lot of really decent trend trades, and even the ones that are trend, I really, just take like about a little half profit, quarter profit, because they are not just going at all. They're just stalling out and then eventually regressing. So there's like a timeout period for these trades, and so that's something I'm working on. What else can we say? No, I think that's about it. I did run it for the rest of the day when after I'm like, okay, after 12 o'clock Eastern time, I'm like, okay, this is kind of pointless to just stay here. So I decided just to go to the gym and just relax a little bit. So I did that. The other thing is I'm gonna trade other systems as well. So one of the things I did before was do short options at the daily 0 DT options. So I'm gonna start doing that again, just to have something to do during the day. So that I would do at around 11 a.m. my time, so 12 p.m. Eastern time. This is based upon what the trend of the day looks like, and I'm just gonna short in the direction that the trend kind of dictates. The other thing I'm gonna do is the 5 minute reversal. I don't think there was one today. There could have been, but I think that again that will just be the hot buttons. Fortunately, the problem with that is that it kind of interferes with my mirroring the trades, because when I do get out of position in the mirror trades, I hit close all for the SPY. So if I'm in a like a big reversal trade in SPY, it would just take me out of that. But I think that's okay to take me out. I think that's fine. Because because I think the polarity ATI and the trend trading is more important than the 5 minute. I can always do that later. I can always do that in a different brokerage or whatever like that. There's not a problem there. The real thing is that we need to work through this trend, and the past 2 days have not been good for live. Like, I've made a number of mistakes that, in retrospect, when you do the playback, right, I'm doing it like sometimes I'm going like a 50x or 30x or 20x or something like that. There's a difference between that and live trading, because when I'm in a position, you kind of see, there's a, unfortunately, because I'm actually exiting trades early, depending on if it's a good trend or not. It does affect kind of what I do, kind of affect the system a little bit. So the second trade where I exited at half profit, or a little under half profit, I could probably just stayed in for like 3/4 of the profit instead. Had I known, obviously. But that's kind of kind of why I'm using 1 or 2 shares at this point, because I'm not quite profitable yet. Though I do believe I have the right system. Today, that was really frustrating this morning when I got that direction wrong. Because had I got that direction wrong, that would have been a full win, and then the next one would be like either a half win or a quarter win, and that would have been it. That would have been the day. I would have just called it. But at that point, I would definitely would hit the $1,000 mark in the sim, and I will call it a day. But it is what it is. Obviously this is a battle of patience and also diligence, and also comfort as well. So that's why I'm starting with 1 share and just learning from my mistakes each day. 1 or 2 shares. I'm just learning from my mistakes each day, and hoping that I don't make those mistakes in the future, or I learn a little bit more about trend trading while I go along. So anyway, red day recap: down about 3/4 of a trade, half of a trade. Not too bad, but opportunities lost. That kind of sucked. But all right, hope everyone's doing better in this environment than I am.